Greetings and respect to those who are listening to my video. I want to point out some statements that I've heard over the internet by various YouTubers talking about straight so-called black pride and, you know, always have an opening in your heart to your so-called black sisters and how we must work together, Now, being a realist and looking at facts, I tend to only deal with things that resonate true beginnings for myself and the interactions that I do on a daily basis with people, whether it be via phone, via video, via interaction in person. And I listen to people philosophies and where they're coming from with their philosophies. One of the things I've learned that a lot of times people say things, but they really don't mean it. And then you have people who really believe in things, but they're only can speak it for themselves because it's happening for them. In my opinion, the majority of love stories and acquaintances that builds relationships are more in a fairy tale manner than reality. They're not really dealing with reality when it comes to making the most of relationships. The same with love songs. Everything is more material than actually spiritual or deep meaning of really commitment to anything other than self-indulgence. So with that saying, I don't really believe that there's really any single women who are seeking real love. They may seek acquaintance, they may seek valuables that you may have for them, but they're not seeking friendship, respect, intelligent, historic growth and learning of what you may have to offer them, and definitely not seeking any validation from you as a man. This is my opinion based on what I've seen throughout the time I've been on this planet. I've noticed that a lot of women are very headstrong on not really being in your life if you have any ailments or if you have anything that they object to. Now, it's not a problem with them to give their opinion and to say what they want. But when you put up what you want, then they look at it as demand. They look at it like, you're stuck in your ways. They look at it to a fault. I won't say women, but I would say females, and I say the type of succubus and individuals out here now that goes against men. I've never been about the matriarch. I absolutely do not agree with the matriarch. It's poisonous to men. It's very biased toward men, and it degrades and takes the life force away from men, in my opinion. To have a straight Nubian pride woman to be about culture without children, without being hit to the wall, without being mentally manipulated by Western culture, without being caught up in Christian, Muslim, or any other freakish occults. It's next to impossible to find a woman who's a virgin, who have a head on right, listen to a mother and father who taught her how to be strong, but yet give room for that person that will be in your life of the opposite sex that will help build you, work with you, and you can accept what that person have to offer. And if you're a certain age, you're not written out. The other day, I met a woman that was not, from what I hear, people who she worked with claims that she don't have relationships. She's never been in relationships. She's still a virgin. Now, I don't know. She was definitely well into her older age. She seems to be content. She had a lot of introvert going on, but it was actually tempting and nice to see someone like that because I really wanted to pursue her. But if you got someone stuck in their ways that long, whatever reason they got for being there, it would be better not to try to approach or try to connect with that because it may be a fail and you may get your feelings hurt. So it's better to stay safe and just leave that person alone, in my opinion. It's hard. It is truly hard to try to find someone to be a mate when you have so many people faking the funk. You know, you have people out here acting like they're so into one relationship, they so into want to grow a family, they so into that, and they quick to tell you, well, you need to stay with your own, you need to be focused. But if no one in your particular category wants you, desires you, or put any effort into connecting with you, why would you want to stick in a corner and not have freedom to be loved, to be honored and respected? It is extremely difficult. And the fact that you got to go so far out your way to find someone who ain't putting forth no effort to find you whatsoever, and you're stuck in one area in the world and they're not even reaching out. So you got to go way over there where they at just to let them know, hey, I want you because I'm lonely, or I want to have a family, or I want this, that, and the other. And they never put forth any effort. So you have to really analyze this situation. You're not putting forth any effort to meet me, to reach out to me, or search like me. But I'm supposed to give my all in all to you. And you're supposed to say, well, you landed on my doorstep, so I'm going to accept you. That effort will cease to exist when you get with them. Because if they're not trying to find you or work with you or do anything by seeking out and putting it out in the universe the way you are, then I guarantee when you get with them, it's going to be the same way, and it's going to be a very unbalanced relationship. You're going to be doing all the work. They're going to be sitting back, giving it, taking it all, not giving nothing. They're not going to be reciprocating anything. You're going to be constantly trying to be the best you could be, and they're going to sit back and just stick to what they already know. This is from experience. Every woman I've ever gotten involved with is the same. I reach out for them. I chase them down. I put forth all the effort. They put absolutely no effort in any of it. And in the end, it's a breakup because they never really cared about the relationship in the beginning. It was entertaining to them. They was curious about it. They was infatuated about it, but they never really wanted to be in it in the first place. They was living their life one peg at a time, one block bill at a time, whatever they was into, one dull type of encounter at a time. They was never into the relationship the way I was. I put my heart in it. I put my soul in it. I put my life in it. I put my philosophy in it. I put my way of nature in it. I put my adventures in it. I put everything in it. And they had nothing to offer whatsoever. So with that type of mentality, I have completely came to the conclusion that if you're not into what I'm about, if you're not responding to what I'm about, if you're not game to do the things I'm trying to do to make a relationship work, stay in your own lane.